Topping our world lead today, an outbreak of deadly violence and terror. An elderly Israeli woman is in serious but stable condition after being stabbed by a Palestinian terrorist near Jerusalem's central bus station earlier. Hours before, Israeli police shot dead a knife-wielding man outside the Damascus Gate in the Old City area of Jerusalem. These are just the most recent in a string of random, seemingly, terrorist attacks against Israeli civilians by Palestinians, many of them young. Palestinians, meanwhile, are complaining about excessive force by Israeli troops and police imposing stricter security measures in the wake of this unrest. In Bethlehem, in the West Bank, clashes erupted between Israeli troops and Palestinians after the funeral of a resident killed by Israeli gunfire yesterday. 7 Israelis and an estimated 30 Palestinians have been killed over just the last 2 weeks. Let's get right to CNN senior international correspondent Ben Wedeman live in Jerusalem. Ben, what more can you tell us about today's attacks?
Oh, today's attacks, as you mentioned, one was outside the Damascus Gate. According to the Israeli police, it was a 19-year-old resident of Hebron in the southern West Bank. In that incident, this man, apparently, when he was approached by Israeli police, he was acting strangely, they said. When they came closer, he pulled a knife and they shot him, but not fatally. He ran towards the Damascus Gate itself, where another unit of Israeli border police shot him multiple times, killing him on the spot. Regarding the incident outside the Jerusalem bus station, normally a very busy place, apparently a 72-year-old woman was attacked by a man in his late 20s from the Ras El Amud neighborhood in East Jerusalem. In that case, a bus driver brought the woman inside the bus, closed the door, stopped the attacker from doing any more harm to her. He started to run up the street. The bus station is really just a block away from here. And in that instance, we're told that an Israeli police officer shot him dead. Now, Israel has imposed all sorts of new measures to try to prevent further attacks, imposing closures on Palestinian neighborhoods in East Jerusalem, mobilizing more police, more border police, as well as ordinary soldiers to try to have a more heavy presence. But at the end of the day, it's difficult to stop an individual lone wolf attacker who isn't affiliated so far. We haven't seen any of these attackers affiliated with the usual suspects, you might say, Hamas, Islamic Jihad, any of the other Palestinian factions. Now, these new measures were introduced after a very stormy and very long meeting of the Israeli Security Cabinet that went into the early morning hours of today. In fact, I was reading in Haaretz, one of the Israeli newspapers, that in the course of one of a very heated debate between officials in that cabinet, the Israeli Defense Minister Moshe Ya'alon asked his colleagues, "What do you want us to do? Go around East Jerusalem and confiscate every kitchen knife in every Palestinian house?" That's the kind of challenge the Israelis are dealing with now. It doesn't appear they've come up with a solution yet.
All right, Ben Wedeman, thank you so much.